What's up, everybody? Well, I got another Lenovo Legion Go S with SteamOS and the Z1 Extreme chipset gameplay video for you guys today. And today we're checking out Jurassic World Evolution. So far it's been running pretty damn great on everything. High is a little iffy, possibly late game, but I'm probably not ever getting there. I might even have to restart in this game. I'm pretty low on funds and I keep on messing up. I can't even figure out how the damn power structure works. I got a bunch of power pylons all over the place and I can't power. Hopefully I'll figure that out myself, but if I can't, I'll just suck it up and look it up eventually here before I get to the end of, the computers I'm gonna play this on. Anyway though, enough blabbing. Let's get to gaming, shall we? Starting off on 1200p high, and it seems to do very similar to the Allies at 1080p high. I think the Allies still barely win, but it's so similar I would have to have them side by side to tell, and I'd say that's good enough to call it a tie as far as I'm concerned. Now when we get towards the lower settings, I feel like this thing starts to win by just a couple FPS. Again, it's hard to even tell, but it just felt like it was getting a little bit more by looking at the frame rate counter. But hey, let's get to gaming.
No diseased dinosaurs detected. Please stand by. Welcome to the
So, 900p now. I like having at least one thing to compare to the Allies. And this one looked pretty damn, like 100% the same. Again, I'd have to pull them up side by side, but sure felt the same looking at the frame rates, but again, it's hard to remember exacts. But with that said, let's go hop on into the game.
No diseased dinosaurs detected.
So now, 800p low. And at least this can be compared to one of the Steam Deck settings. At the very end, we did low. But this thing definitely gets quite a few more FPS than that. But hey, it is basically like a Steam Deck, only much more powerful. Well, that and missing the cool trackpads. It's got a little trackpad, but that thing is kind of a gift and a curse. But anyway, let's get to gaming, shall we?
Alright, let's get a little camera record gameplay. I just decided to restart. That game was too far gone.
Just kidding.
Alright, so we need a creation lab.
let's focus on what you're here to do, which is create dinosaur facilities on the islands we call the Five Deaths. Actually, Las Cinco Muertes, because Spanish is the lingo of choice around here. You'll need to connect it to the pre-existing network of paths and the power grid.
Okay. I think I know how to do this now. I think I know where I messed up the last time. Yeah, they literally want you to just connect it from there. That's all we had to do the last time.
Now comes the real test, incubating a dinosaur. You'll start with a Struthiomimus. Select the creation lab and pick a hatchery bay. There's enough genome data for your first viable dinosaur.
The machinations of the ambitious, undoing extinction, playing with nature's laws. What can possibly go wrong?
Come on, Doctor. You know we've learned so much and invested even more in our Jurassic operations since the last time.
Yes, Mr. Finch, yes, the last time. There's always a last time. And a next.
And a next. There he is.
The Hammond Foundation has three main areas of interest: security, entertainment, and science. I've already nudged the heads of each division to reach out to you personally. They'll offer opportunities and incentives for you to be part of their team.
Yeah, he
Choose
was pretty
one of
damn
their
well done.
contracts. It'll help you develop
I think it's an
your
older
facility.
title, so not surprising, but... Alright, let's try this time. We did science last time.
I'm Isaac. I've been hearing good things about you. I'm in charge of the entertainment division here. What good is the world's greatest show if no one sees it? Don't answer. It's rhetorical and painfully obvious. What I'm saying is that we need people in our parks. Fill up our facilities with warm bodies. Numbers bring revenue, excitement, and opportunities.
Contracts can be requested from the division heads inside the control room. Complete these to increase your reputation and gain additional revenue to keep expanding your park.
Gotta be careful this time. I do not want to waste all my money like in the last game. I just didn't want to restart until we at least got data for all the different resolutions. Otherwise, it would have invalidated. You know, different amount of buildings around, less people, all that shit. Alright, it seems like it's done. Oh, almost. Hold up.
The entertainment division is taking notice of your success. As your reputation increases with them, so too does the opportunity to tackle more challenging missions.
Hey, it's Isaac. How you doing? I got some cool stuff you need to be a part of.
So we
I'm
need to
putting
get
it out
that.
there. Come on and help the
Create a
team.
solar?
Fine.
Alright.
Alright. I am all about the show. These dinosaurs, we have one unlike any other on the planet. Theme parks rely on drawing people in. And what is more attractive than new dinosaurs? Well, me, of course. Yeah, no, what I'm saying is let's get some fresh dinos in the hopper.
I don't know what's worse, treating these creatures like grist for the mill or propping them up as curiosities.
Man, that takes a while. I want to do more, but I don't want to waste all my money like last time. So I'm kind of stuck just doing the same thing as last time, flying around, doing a bunch of nothing. Which doesn't probably make for the most interesting video, but these aren't exactly action-packed games. And this is more of just how it runs, not how I play anyway. And it seems to run great, especially with VRR. This thing just had a big firmware update today, and I'm always scared when that happens. Like, is it going to game performance stay the same, or is it going to, like, turn into a turd? Because for a little while there, the original White Ally, like, I remember I saw how it performed when everybody reviewed it, then I got it got an update, and then it was getting way worse FPS than all the reviewer people. And I was like, oh, cool, so they pulled a fast one, because that was probably dangerous or something like that. Who knows? Or they more just borked it up, and then they're like, oopsie. But that sure makes them look suspicious one way or the other. We could maybe make at least another $30,000 dinosaur, huh? Nah. We'll just do what they say. Or do we have that? The Ceratosaurus? Do we have that yet? Yes, they do want me to make that. So we can already do that, cool. It might just die though, that was my problem. They wanted me to make like a 70% genome Triceratops in the last game, and no matter how many hundreds of thousands of dollars I wasted, it kept dying at 48%. I'm probably doing something wrong, but that's what kept happening. Let's sell that one. Oh, we can't. We can sell that, though. Get some money back. Alright, now. Okay, it's getting there. After that thing gets made, I think we'll wrap the video on up. 'Cause yeah, it runs great. So far on everything. More than playable on every single thing, even the Steam Deck. But I think this is a pretty old title at this point. I don't know when it was made, but probably older title by now. But that's okay. These are exactly the kind of things I got to play on the Steam Decks and the Allies and this. Not this game in particular, per se. This seems like it'd be funner with a keyboard and mouse to me, personally. But I'm glad they made it as good as it is with a controller. Oh, he's ready. Let's see. He looks a little smaller than a T-Rex. I wonder if he is. Still scary, though. I wouldn't want to fuck with any of these things.
Happy guest is what we strive to maintain here on the islands. We do that by making sure their needs are met.
Alright though, like I said, let's go wrap up and we'll continue this on the next system. Well, alright guys, that's a wrap for Jurassic World Evolution, and it did a great job. I'd say it did just as good as the Allies, and it might have even done a tiny bit better once we got down to 800p, and that's an even slightly higher, ever so slightly higher resolution than 720. Now, that should only be worth an FPS or two at most, but who knows, maybe it's more than that. I should test that sometime. But anyway, it ran extraordinarily well, so pretty cool. Like I said before, I think it's an older title. Do that so it doesn't shut off a screen on me. It's not like they give me any warning anymore, they just kind of go, poof, your screen is gone. But anyway, that's all for this video. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video, because I sure as hell enjoyed making it for you guys. And until the next video, peace out, guys.